Hey everyone, welcome to Disciple Dojo. This is going to be a short video. I just want to show you guys, some would call it a Bible study hack. That would be the clickbaity title if I wanted to use that. This is just something I figured out how to do when I had to get a new phone. I am one of those Android people, not an iPhone person. And I was playing around with some of the apps. And here's the thing. I have a pretty big digital library. My Accordance and my Logos libraries, they're substantial. And on Kindle, I've got resources as well. But a lot of the resources that I have and a lot of the resources that I review are in print. Like you can see them behind me, literally on my shelf. And so for years now, whenever I've needed to put something into a PowerPoint or display it on screen in a Word document, I've literally just taken like a book stand, like one of these. This is actually one that I had from seminary where you just sit it there and then you literally put the book in it and it holds the book open while you type very awkwardly because you have to put your hands and you need the book where you can see. And it's cumbersome and it's awkward. And I found a better way. So I'm just going to show it to you guys real quick. This is nothing major. Some of you may be like, yeah, we've known about this, or maybe you have a better app that you use. I'm just going to show you mine because I came across it and I wish I would have been doing this for the past 10 years or however long this app has been around. So here is what it is. I am working on, and this doesn't matter, it's just an example. I'm working on prepping an upcoming teaching that I'm going to be doing on the book of Ruth. So I've got my Accordance library and I've been working through, just like I always do when I teach on a book, making my own translation. And that's what this Word document is. I've been preparing the paralinear. Like if you guys have seen our Habakkuk study, I've been doing this for Ruth. And then I'm working on, I'm not done right now, but I'm working on formatting like a more less literalistic translation that I can actually hand out when I go teach this. And then after that, I've got, this is just a Word document, and I've got some of the information from commentaries and resources that I've come across. And so these have just been from Accordance, different resources in my Accordance library. But there is another resource I've been using, and it's Carolyn, Custis, James' little book from Lexham Press, Finding God in the Margins, the book of Ruth. This is sort of her small group study. Let me switch to overhead here. So this is the book, and there's some really good stuff in it. And some of the stuff I want to actually use, I want to incorporate or maybe show on screen in the PowerPoint presentation that I'm putting together, or just to have digitally so that when I'm teaching this, I can make handouts easier. So how do I get this into my file? Well, before, like I said, I would just put it up on the stand and sit here and type it out. And I can't tell you how many hours I've wasted doing that. But here is my new workaround. I've been doing this today and it has worked so easily. And that is this little app right here, Google Lens. When I open up Google Lens, here's a block of text. I'm going to put my phone over the text and this little thing will pop up once it's in focus and it'll say, select text. So I select the text. Then it will let me zoom in on the particular text that I want to grab. Let's say I just want this paragraph right here. So I grab this paragraph. And then here's the key. I tap the little 3 dots icon and it says copy to computer. Now, in order for this to work, you have to have a computer and you have to be running Google Chrome. So all I do is open up Google Chrome, and if I'm not already signed in, sign in to my Google account, and then I just minimize it. So now my computer and my Google account on my phone are talking to each other. So I tap copy to computer, and then because I'm signed into Google Chrome, my MacBook pops up right there, and I just hit select, copying to MacBook. Now, this paragraph, just what I've selected on screen, is now on my computer's clipboard. And so all I have to do is Command V, and there it is, right there. It has grabbed the text that I highlighted, and there might be some parts because, you know, the text is a little uneven on the page, so I might have to go in and take out some commas or some dashes. I may have to grab another part of it on the page that it didn't quite capture. But for a chunk of material, being able to copy and paste this into this document, that is such a time saver. And I can also, if I'm working on a PowerPoint directly, I can also copy and paste it right into my PowerPoint. Now, that in and of itself is cool, but let me show you one more cool thing. It doesn't have to be English. Here, I've just opened my BHS, Biblia Hebraica Stuttgartensia, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to bring up the image. So I'm going to grab this Hebrew text, tap the three dots. It gives me the option to translate it, which if you hit translate, it will translate it into English. I don't know how good it is. I haven't looked at this. It looks pretty good so far. I'd have to go in and actually compare the translation, but you can translate it on screen, and then I can rate if it's a good translation or not. But I'm going to back out of that for a minute. So again, I'm going to select text. I'm going to grab a passage, a Hebrew passage that I want to grab, tap the three dots, copy to my computer, select my computer, come back into my Word document, and Command V. Look at that. There's the Hebrew text. Now, the downside is it does not format it right to left. It automatically formats it left to right. So if you are doing Hebrew or Arabic or some other right to left language, this might not be the best. It might be easier to just find it somewhere online and grab it. But it's just cool that it recognizes other languages. In this case, very different languages. They don't even use English language characters. So that's just a quick Bible nerdy use I found for Google Lens. Google Lens obviously has other uses. I used it a lot when I was in Japan. You can actually hold it up to a product and tap translate, and you can read like the ingredient list or something like that if it's in another language. It's used a lot for that kind of thing, or you can search for something. Like if you see a picture of something, take a picture with it with Google Lens, and then you can like search, hey, what is this thing? So if you're in a hardware store or you've got a part of something and you need to reorder it, I think that's what it's intended for. But this, by far, for me and what I do, is the most useful application I have found for Google Lens when I am preparing teaching material. So I want to share that with you guys. What are some other ways that you have? Do you have other ways of getting your print resources? Those of you that have a lot of print resources, how do you incorporate them digitally into whatever you're working on, whether it's Word, PowerPoint, if you're writing something, if you're preparing something? How do you do it? This is one workaround I found. I'm sure there are probably better ones out there. Drop them in the comments below and let me know. I'd be interested to hear. All right, that'll do it for now. Thanks for watching. See you back here next time at Disciple Dojo for more Bible nerdiness. And in the meantime, as always, keep training.